Hello everyone. In this video, we will be solving some frequently asked questions in IGCSE Mathematics examination regarding algebraic expressions. I will show every step clearly, especially how to open brackets and handle signs, because this is where most students lose marks. So this is the list of questions that we will be solving in this video. Before I solve each question, I suggest you that you pause the video and try the question on your own. If you are new to solving algebraic expressions, then you can follow along the video and later you can try these questions on your own. So let's begin with the first question. First, I will rewrite the expression by grouping like terms. I will keep all the p terms together and all the q terms together. So 2p will be grouped with minus 7p and 5q will be grouped with 3q. 2p minus 7p gives minus 5p and 5q plus 3q gives 8q. So the simplified expression is minus 5p plus 8q. Moving on to the next question. Here all terms look similar, but they are not all like terms. Look carefully. AB, a squared b, and ab squared. All these three terms are different because the powers are different. Okay, so I can rewrite the like terms. There is only one like term here, that is 2ab and minus ab. So 2ab minus ab plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared. 2ab minus ab gives ab. The remaining terms cannot be combined because they are not like terms. So I will have to write them as it is 3a squared b plus 3ab squared. So here we have the final answer, ab plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared. Moving on to the next question. Here the question says 2 multiplied by 6a plus 1 minus 2a plus 4. Here I have a bracket, so this is a great opportunity to learn how to open brackets, right? I will open the bracket step by step. We have to understand that this 2 here will be multiplied by 6a as well as 1. Let me rewrite this question for you. The question says 2 multiplied by 6a plus 1 minus 2a plus 4. What I just said is that this 2 will be multiplied by 6a as well as with 1. So here I have two different multiplications. This is the first one and this is the second one. Let me do these multiplications separately. Let's do the first multiplication here. The first multiplication says that I have to multiply 2 with 6a, right? 2 multiplies 6a is 12a, and the second multiplication will be 2 multiplied by plus 1. 2 multiplied by plus 1 is plus 2. Now, the next step will be to write these terms as it is, that is 12a plus 2, and these terms will be written as it is, minus 2a plus 4. Now, I combine like terms. Here, 12a and minus 2a are like terms. So, 12a minus 2a plus 2 and plus 4. 12a minus 2a gives 10a. 2 plus 4 gives 6. So, the final answer is 10a plus 6. Let's move to the next question. Here we have two brackets and we need to expand each bracket separately. Okay, let's take the first bracket first. But before that, let me rewrite the question again for you. This is 2x multiplied by x plus y plus 2 multiplied by x squared plus 3xy. Now, this 2 here will be multiplied by x as well as with y. So, the first multiplication would be 2x multiplied by x, and the second multiplication 2x multiplied by plus y. This is the first multiplication. This is the second multiplication. If we go to the next bracket, this 2 will be multiplied by x squared, and this 2 will also be multiplied by 3xy. I can write this as the third multiplication of this question and this one as the fourth multiplication. Let's do the multiplications first. First multiplication. First multiplication is 2x multiplied by x. This is 2x squared. The second multiplication is 2x times y, that is plus 2x y. The third multiplication is 2 multiplied by x squared, that is 2x squared. And the fourth multiplication, 2 multiplied by 3xy, that would be 6xy. Now the next step would be to write down all these terms with their proper signs. So I will write 2x squared from here, then plus 2xy from here, then plus 2x squared, that is from here, and plus 6xy from here. Now, in the next step, I will combine like terms. So 2x squared will be clubbed with 2x squared, and 2xy will go together with 6xy. This will be 4x squared plus 2xy plus 6xy is 8xy. So the final answer would be 4x squared plus 8xy. Now let's move on to the next question. In this question, we have a bracket, and outside the bracket, there is a minus sign. So we will learn how we can handle such situations. First, I will rewrite the question for you. Minus 2 multiplied by 5h plus 5k minus 8j minus 16j. In the previous questions, we have already learned how we can open the bracket. This 2 will be multiplied by 5h. This 2 minus 2 will also be multiplied by 5k, and this one will also be multiplied by minus 8j. So we have three different multiplications to perform. The first multiplication will be minus 2 multiplied by 5h. Minus 2 times 5h is minus 10h. The second multiplication is minus 2 times 5k, that is minus 10k. And the third multiplication is minus 2 times minus 8j. So this will be minus 2 times minus 8j is plus 16j. Alright. Now the next step is to write these terms in their proper signs. Okay. So I will write minus 10h from here, minus 10k from here, and plus 16j from the third multiplication. And then do not forget about this minus 16j that is already present in the original question. So I will have to write this minus 16j. Do not forget about this part, because many a times students multiply and they write these terms but they forget what is already present outside the bracket. Okay. So now I will group the like terms together, but we can see here that the like terms are already clubbed together, right? So minus 10h minus 10k and 16j minus 16j is 0. So minus 10h minus 10k is our final answer for this question. Now let's move on to the next question. Okay, here we have 18pq minus 12p multiplied by 5q minus 7. Okay, so we have a bracket here and we need to know how we can open this bracket, how the multiplication will be carried. Okay, so this part, this minus 12p will be multiplied by 5q, and this will be also be multiplied with minus 7. Okay, so here we have two different multiplications, this one and this. Now for the first multiplication, I will multiply minus 12p with 5q. Minus 12p times 5q is minus 60pq. Okay, and the second multiplication is minus 12p multiplied by minus 7. That will be minus 84p. Sorry, this will be plus, because here a negative sign is being multiplied with another negative sign. So this will give a positive sign. Okay. Now, the next step is to write these terms with their signs. So, I will write 18pq, the term that is already present outside the bracket. Do not forget about this term. Okay. And then the result of the first multiplication, that is minus 60pq, and then the result of the second multiplication, that is plus 84p. You can see that the like terms are already clubbed here. 18pq minus 16pq gives minus 42pq plus 84p. We cannot simplify it further because these two are not like terms. So this here is our final answer. Let's move on to the next question now. Here we have 5q squared minus 2q multiplied by q minus 12 minus 3q squared. First of all, we will operate on the bracket. You already know how we can solve this bracket. This minus 2q here will be multiplied by q, as well as it will be multiplied by minus 12. So we have 2 multiplication. Now, to do the first multiplication, let me write it as minus 2q into q gives minus 2q squared. And for the second multiplication, minus 2q multiplied by minus 12. Minus 2q multiplied by minus 12 gives plus 24q. Once I am already done with the bracket multiplications, I will now write all the terms with their appropriate sign. First, I will start with 5q squared. 5q squared was already present outside the bracket, so I will write it down just the way it was before. And then I will write the result of the first multiplication, that is minus 2q squared. Okay, then I will write the result of the second multiplication, that is plus 24q, and then I have another term that is written outside the bracket, that is minus 3q squared. Alright. Now I will combine the like terms here. 5q squared minus 2q squared minus 3q squared. All these three terms are like terms, and then I have 24q. 5q squared minus 2q squared minus 3q squared gives minus 5q squared plus 24q. 5q squared minus 5q squared gives 0. It cancels out, plus 24q. 0 plus 24q is 24q, and this would be the final answer of this question. Moving on to the next question. Here we have two brackets, right? Let me write it down for you. X multiplied by x plus y plus x multiplied by x minus y. We have two brackets. First, this x would be multiplied by x, and then x would be multiplied by plus y. Let's call this the first multiplication and this one the second multiplication. In the same way here, x would be multiplied by x and x would be multiplied by minus y. Let me call this the third multiplication and this one is the fourth. Let's do all the multiplications step by step. The first multiplication is x times x. Very easy, x squared. Second multiplication is x times plus y, right? X times plus y is plus xy. The third multiplication would be x times x, again x squared, and the fourth multiplication would be x times minus y, that would be minus xy. The next step, as you know very well, I will write all these terms with their appropriate sign. From the first multiplication, I have x squared. From the second multiplication, I have plus xy. From the third multiplication, I have x squared or plus x squared. And from the fourth multiplication, I have minus xy. Let me group the like terms together. X squared plus x squared plus xy minus xy. X squared plus x squared is 2x squared, and plus xy minus xy gets cancelled out. It gives 0. 2x squared plus 0 is 2x squared. So 2x squared is the final answer of this question. Let's move on to the next question. Here we have 2x multiplied by 3x plus 1 minus 2 multiplied by 3 minus 2x. So here this 2x will be multiplied by 3x. Also this 2x will be multiplied by 1. Minus 2 will be multiplied by 3. And minus 2 will also be multiplied by minus 2x. Let's call this the first multiplication. This is the second one. This is the third multiplication, and this one would be the fourth multiplication. Now let's do them one by one. The first multiplication. First multiplication would be 2x into 3x. 2x into 3x give 6x squared. The second multiplication would be 2x into plus 1 gives 2x or plus 2x. The third multiplication would be minus 2 multiplied by 3. Minus 2 multiplied by 3 gives minus 6. And the fourth multiplication is minus 2 multiplied by minus 2x. Minus 2 multiplied by minus 2x gives plus 4x. The next step would be to write the results of all these multiplications with their proper signs. So from the first multiplication we have 6x squared. From the second multiplication we have plus 2x. From the third multiplication we have minus 6, and from the fourth multiplication we have plus 4x. Now let's group the like terms together. 6x squared plus 2x plus 4x minus 6. 6x squared plus 2x plus 4x gives plus 6x minus 6. So this would be the final answer for this question. Let's move to the last question. Here I have 8 into p plus 4 minus 10 into 9p minus 6. Here we have two brackets, and we know very well that this 8 will be multiplied with p as well as with this plus 4. This minus 10 would be multiplied with 9p as well as with this minus 6. We can call this multiplication 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this one is 4. The first multiplication would be 8 multiplied by p. 8 times p is 8p. The second multiplication would be 8 times 4, that is 32. The third multiplication is minus 10 times 9p. Minus 10 times 9p gives minus 90p. And the fourth multiplication is minus 10 multiplied by minus 6. It gives plus 60. You know very well what our next step would be. We will write all these terms with their appropriate sign. So from the first multiplication we have 8p. From the second multiplication we have 32 or plus 32. From the third multiplication we have minus 90p, and from the fourth multiplication we have plus 60. We can group the like terms together. So 8p will go together with minus 90p, and this 32 will go with 60. 8p minus 90p gives minus 82p, and 32 plus 60 gives 92. So this minus 82p plus 92 is the answer for this question. These questions cover the most common exam mistakes: sign errors, bracket expansion, and combining like terms. Practice these steps, these questions carefully, and algebra becomes very easy. I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you for watching.